Welcome back. Fair use.
I never had an ego. I was never really jealous of anybody. I never really thought most of myself. But when I met Cuss and I started talking to Cuss, he made me believe that I was a god. There was nobody that could reach the core like Cuss could. No one could inspire me. Cuss would say this. Do you hear this? Because Cuss had a really, he had this really megalomania ego. He said, you let me tell you something. All the prophets, all the gods you ever know about, if they had a son, their son couldn't beat my fighter. Know why? Because he's my fighter. Cuss was an interesting guy. He had the concept of fear down to a... I never had an ego. I was never really jealous of anybody. I never really thought most of myself. But when I met Cuss and I started talking to Cuss, he made me believe that I was a god. There was nobody that could reach the core like Cuss could. No one could inspire me. Cuss would say this. Do you hear this? Because Cuss had a really, he had this really megalomania ego. He said, you let me tell you something. All the prophets, all the gods you ever know about, if they had a son, their son couldn't beat my fighter. Know why? Because he's my fighter. Cuss was an interesting guy. He had the concept of fear down to a science. And most of his fighting was mostly psychologically. He believed the physical actuality of boxing was only 10% when the mind was 90%. You always believe in improving yourself and strengthening your mind. He was a strong
Mental alchemy.
believer that your body only purpose was to carry your brain. He believed fighting was your opponent's surrender, his total destruction. And he didn't think of it as, even though he said it was savage and ferociously, you had to do it in such a relaxed and calm state. A really scientific way of destroying. He enjoyed hurting the opponent. He wanted them to never have a chance to believe they could beat you.
Because you don't.
Everything was that I'm invincible, I'm a savage, I'm ferocious. I'm the smartest savage. Sophisticated animal, smart animal, the lion and the fox. You know what I mean? I could beat the vicious guys and I got outsmart the slicksters. So I was pretty much didactyl in that apartment.
I see you.
Had me read mostly books about war, Claude von Clausewitz. And this is why Cuss read all those books. Cuss was pretty much of an intellect, but he was an intellectual and philosopher about war.
Sang Tzu.
And he thought fighting was a form of war. I wanted to make Cuss proud. That was my whole existence for fighting. I wanted to make him proud. If someone said something negative about me, he was an old man, he would attack them. He would do anything for me. Well, the peekaboo is a really cruel style of boxing. It basically kept both your hands up, and it basically you twist at your waist and you move, and you come forward, make the guy miss, you counter punching. He really discovered it from karate. He watched karate people do it, and just move, get to one position, and punch with everything you got with bad and mean, ferocious intention. I love war. I love the act of war. I love the players in war. I love the philosophy of war. There's a quote in Machiavelli, The Prince, and when they say, after you defeat the king and you cut off his head, you be audacious and you say what you're going to do to the next ruler and the next prince that you're going to conquer, and that allows them to be intimidated.
Because they know it's coming.
Yeah, this is the moment I knew I wanted to be a fighter. Watching two masters fight. After watching these guys, I knew. They were fighting, they fought 15 rounds and it was a war, but none of them had a mark on their face. But it was a hard fight, but nobody had a mark on their face. They're master technicians. He was a street fighter like me. He was cruel and mean. I never looked at I respected Ali and I worshipped Ali, but he was very tall and very handsome. I was very short and not so handsome. And he was very I don't know, articulate, and I spoke with a lisp. And I didn't relate to two besides we were black. Ali was a middle class kid. He had a mother and father that both worked. My mother and father was in the sex industry. So and Roberto Duran mother was pretty much, out there as well. And so I related to that. And I didn't have to change. I didn't have to change my diction. I didn't have to learn how to talk polite. I didn't have to be nice. I didn't have to have a proper linguistic skill. And so,
from the world of X comes the story of Pearl.
if he could be accepted and be worshipped that way, I thought I would be able to as well. After that fight, he pushed Lenny, went to some other guy, and he told him to suck his balls. You have to understand, I'm only 14 years old when these guys fought. This is 1980, so I'm 14 years old, and I just thought that was the most remarkable person in the world. I was born with great perception. If it came from my street life, from being locked up for stealing and facing unbelievable odds as a young kid, I had great perception.
All legends look up to someone, learn from someone.
Once I watched these guys fight, I just knew it was a matter of time, but I knew my time would soon come. Reggie Gross is a real tough guy. He's a spoiler. He beat a lot of undefeated fighters. Reggie Gross is a real tough guy. He's a spoiler. He beat a lot of undefeated fighters. And everybody thought he was going to go at least 10 rounds with me and give me a tough fight. I have to move my hand. I have to be very elusive. And I know I want to hurt him desperately. I want to dismantle him. Watch this. Watch my head.
All I gotta do is
when this
hit
is
you
over,
once.
everybody's gonna know my name, and the people that fight after him, they're gonna fear me. And that's pretty much how my reign consists of just fear. And on occasion, some guys like him, who's a tough guy, they would try to fight back, and that would just allow me to excel at an extremely high level. I never wanted to be obscure. I was born in obscurity, and I never wanted to deal with that again. High level. On occasion, some guys like him, who's a tough guy, they would try to fight back, and that would just allow me to excel at an extremely high level.
I want you to fight back.
I never wanted to be obscure. I was born in obscurity, and I never wanted to deal with that again.
I'm never going back.
I know I would attain my goal before it existed. I knew that. I knew I would be champ of the world before I died. I knew I wasn't going to die before I became champ. I was just disappointed that I didn't kill them back then. Because that was just my main objective, because I wanted to succeed so bad, and I was failed, and the fear of not succeeding was worse than dying. So I just wanted to make sure they never got up. That was just my main objective, because I wanted to succeed so bad, and I was failed, and the fear of not succeeding was worse than dying. So I just wanted to make sure they never got up. I was just disappointed that I didn't kill them back then. Because that was just my main objective, because I wanted to succeed so bad, and I was failed, and the fear of not succeeding was worse than dying. So I just wanted to make sure they never got up.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well. So I had my first dream. Very short. But it was weird because in my dream, the cops came to my building and was knocking on my neighbor's door. And I felt myself like moving, I like trying to get up. And then I grabbed something and I put it under my pillow, of all places. And then I fall back to sleep, I think. But I was really dreaming. Because when I woke up, the thing wasn't under my pillow. It was right where I grabbed it. So I thought the whole thing was a dream. And I said, yeah, that's what's up. I fucking dreamed. I prayed last night. I've been doing all these things. And I figured out that the reason I couldn't dream is because I got hurt really bad when I was younger. And whatever I thought or whatever, it overloaded my brain. And then recently, from the Eyes on My Cries video, I was hurt really bad from everything that was going on in my life. And I prayed to God. I didn't cave in like I did last time. This time it reinforced me. And like I always, know to be true, I run to my Father in times of need. Now, as I run to my Father, I don't ask Him to do anything. I don't ask Him to take away the pain. I submit. And I say, I give up fully now. I know I've been walking the path, but I know I've been doing what I want every now and again, and I've been like not committing. Now I really, you can do whatever it is you want. I don't care where you gotta take me. I don't care who we gotta face. I don't care no more. But give me my dreams back. And then I dreamt. So, a lot of my feeling and intuition is back. And seeing that I understand the cycle of, reality in life, just because you level up doesn't mean problems stop. Just because you level up don't mean the people around you are really good. So I'm going to warn you now. You fake righteous people, you've been exposed. It takes a while. But I'll know who's who. Because the reality of it is, I'm the one. Now, there's many ones. There's many people that step up and rise to the occasion for their people. Their families, their fucking friends, whatever it is. So it's not like I'm doing something new. Nothing's new under the sun. But what I realized about all of this is I have to step into my place. And all this time I've been trying to be like Gus. See how Mike talked about Gus? That man made Mike what he was. Because he believed in him. But what most of you don't understand is, just as Gus, yeah, I see things in people. I see the potential. But I also see your fucking filth. I see your wickedness. You see, if Gus was still alive, Mike would have been a better champion. He would have been the greatest of all time, without a doubt in anybody's mind. But Gus died. And all the training Mike retained. But the discipline, the honor, the lessons of the warrior, he didn't. How'd he fall? A woman. Did Mike fall because of a woman? And then his career was over. Shadow of himself. Because he fell to the shadow realm. Now this video is for the people that are going to stand with me. As friends and workers or whatever the fuck we are. I warn you now. I see you. I've been teaching you, and I'm going to teach you if I don't know you. I'm going to raise you up. Always remember that the person that raises you up is your leader. If you're not on the level I'm on, if you're not talking like I'm talking, if you're asking me questions about life, then understand that I'm the one. I understand that it may burn. Like, nah, I'm the one of my own life. You are. But you're not King Arthur. You didn't go through the fire. You didn't take the fucking journey. The Most High is not with you. He fucks with you. But he ain't walking with you like he's walking with me. It ain't about ego for me. He put me on this throne because I'm going to give it away. As a king should. All you people, all your goals of your fucking life is for yourself. You just want to be rich so you could do shit for your family. Your dream. My dream involves helping you people. My reality. But now that he's putting me back up and raising me up. See, I thought he was going to raise me to be like Merlin or some shit. Help the king. Because of my loving heart. Am I willing to actually put in fucking work? Like sweep the floors with the peasants and fight the wars with the soldiers. I don't even want to be on a throne. It's lonely at the top. Can't trust anybody. Always one step ahead of everybody. And always testing everybody. Always reading everybody. Always waiting for you to fuck up. So I can smite you. I love you. Just as Obi-Wan loved Anakin. And just because you think you have the high ground, I will cut you down. Spiritually. For my Father knows that I need not to physically touch anyone. As I submitted to the Father, I knew I couldn't touch anyone anymore. I knew I'd have to go to Him. But I learned a couple of things in my readings about how I could pray against you. And fuck demons. How I can send my angel against you. My middle name ain't Nathaniel for nothing. And I warn you now, he doesn't fucking play. I've told yous all, anyone that really knows me, I told you. Especially my GMB. Some of you've seen it. Anyone that stood before me, everything that they wanted or loved the most is taken from them because they stopped me from my mission to help whatever the fucking people that I'm supposed to help and do the things I do. And you're not stopping me because I work for Him. So you're trying to stop Him. That's why He fucks you up so hard. And I keep warning yous. And now I warn, I'm talking to the people that are going to be close to me. I'm talking to people that are. I warn you now that He's elevated me to this position, it's worse than before. He'll destroy you. And I don't know what way, because that's what I asked Him for. I ain't fucking around with you people no more. It ain't no more take His business and or no. You're gonna go through the fire like me. See, I learned. I don't want people to be harmed or die or not make money. Nah. You're gonna live the way I did. 'Cause I evolved. I beat that curse. So for all that want to play the games and pretend to be friendly friend and steal my ideas and think you're going to change into me or anything, I warn you now. I won't always know what you're doing. That's what the angels and the Most High's for. He's watching you. He can see you. And when He catches you stealing my shit, which is really His, I keep telling you that. So any rappers, anybody that likes to heal people and with their words, if you steal it the way I do things, if I taught you and you use it and you don't give that credit to where it's from and you claim it to be your knowledge, oh, you don't realize you just claimed the knowledge of the Most High for yourself. So what do you think He's going to do to you? Because I keep telling y'all, He's the one that's writing these raps. He's the one that inspires these raps. I write it because of the knowledge that I learned from my life and experiences and the lessons I learned, which is the lessons He puts me through. So when you steal my craft, you're stealing my essence. You're not me. And when you steal my essence and you're stealing my words and stuff, you're bringing those bad things to you. That's why your life's getting fucked up right now.